Okay, y'all, so before I move on further in this video, I want to make an announcement. I'm kind of nervous, kind of scared, because my family don't know. Like, I didn't even tell nobody. I live with my cousin, and she don't even know. But I feel like it's time to get it off my chest. So, okay. I'm engaged, y'all. Y'all remember the post? I know y'all remember the post, though.
Welcome. Please enter your password.
What's up, fam? It's your boy Ricky G, and I am back for another video. As you can tell from the title, this is going to be a life update. A lot of things have happened since my last YouTube video. I think it was on like July 22nd. And I know I told myself then I was going to like start posting more consistently and stuff, but I obviously lied. And yeah, I don't really know. Sometimes life gets in the way and you're just forced to do things, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. No, I'm making that sound like I was out here just, no. Just disregard everything I just said. It's really not that serious. But no, everything life-wise did change like a lot since then. So the way I'm gonna describe it today, I'm gonna try to go like month by month. I tried, like it's so much happened, I tried to keep it in order as much as I possibly could. But yeah, I mean, it was just, I don't know, but just let's get into the video. So from my last video, I think, like I said, I think it was July 22nd, everything was pretty much normal then. Going into like the holidays and stuff, it was different because of the pandemic and stuff like that. So things did go differently for my family at that time. And December and January, I'm not going to talk about because that was just a lot of emotion. Like it was hard. Okay, end of December, like at least to the middle of January, it was just hard. But like I said, we just can't do it. But at the end of January, things were looking, like I say, a lot different, and I ended up moving out of my home with my cousin. Her mom, my auntie, had an apartment that had in Slidell still that she was paying on. And we just thought it would be just a wonderful opportunity to just go out there and start the adulthood. Like, she had been on her own before, and it was just something that was new to me that I knew that I was going to experience, but I didn't know that I was going to experience it that soon. So once the opportunity just came up, I was like, it was perfect. Rent was only $100. So I was like, of course, you know what I'm saying? Why not? Why not? I'd be a fool to say no, you know what I'm saying? So I went down there end of January, top of February. Everything was going good, you know. It was a transition, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta get used to this now. Like, your parents are not around anymore. Like, certain things that you couldn't do in your mom's and your dad's house, like, you can do it now. Not like I did it, because it really ain't make no difference, truly. But it was just now, like, everything, it was just an adjustment. So February is here, and now we are both tasked to find jobs. I mean, of course, she had no problem. She worked in childcare. Everybody hiring for daycare, or like wherever you go, no matter where you go, they gonna always need that. But it was difficult for me. I think it was really because I began to overthink a lot. I began to really panic, and like, I had money in my savings. I had enough, but for some reason, I'm like, this is gonna run out. Like, this money gonna run out. Like, you don't have that job that you've had for like the last 6 years to replenish that money, you know what I'm saying, or keep building up that money. It's just going. And I think that's really where my test of faith began to come in, because I feel like God was like, you know, you talk a good game, but once you all of a sudden in a new situation, all of the things that you've learned, all of the all of those transitions, they just kind of went out the window. So that, like I say, that's where I feel like my first test of faith began, and it was kind of hard, but needless to say, like, I found a good job. It was at Home Depot. I was working overnight, and I loved it at first because, like, you don't gotta really deal with the people. But after a while, like, the hours, like, you just never. It was too much. It was too much. I was coming back in the morning like at 6 a.m. My cousin was getting ready to leave. By the time she left the house, like, I was asleep. By the time she coming back from work, I'm getting up, getting ready to go. So it was like we never really got that time to spend with each other like we really should have, especially with us being in our own space now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there should have been like a lot more time we should have spent. But from February on down, like, that's really just what it was. I was just really working and just trying to figure out where to go next. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have my freedom now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is there to do? Like, where is it truly in life that I want to be? So now we're moving into March. March was kind of the same. At the beginning, we had to figure something out because the lease on that apartment was up in March. I think it was up on May 1st. We had thought about extending it, but honestly and truly, the city wasn't the same. Like, when I went back and first visited them in 2019, I think it was, like, I felt like that was home. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how that worked out. But I felt like that was home. It was like such a new experience for me. Like, I hadn't really been outside of home that much. So to just get that experience, it was just dope. But coming back in 2021, like at the beginning of this year, it just wasn't the same. Like, the vibe was different. The people were different. Like, the aura about the city, it was crazy. And we all decided, like, it's too much going on down there. Y'all not gonna be there long. This is just a starter. So me and my cousin were like, okay, well, what would be the move? Now, mind you, later last year in 2020, we were supposed to be moving to Tampa. That didn't work out. It was God's timing. But yeah, that ended up not working out. So with that being what the move was supposed to be last year, this year we were like, well, you know, maybe we can try Orlando. And they had lived in Orlando before a while back, and they had loved it. So it was just something that we felt like it was worth a try. A bigger city, more opportunity, more room to grow. So we just thought, you know, why not? So my cousin's birthday was that month at the end of March. So we had planned to go to Kissimmee. For her birthday, we spent, I think it was 5 days in Kissimmee. The whole trip was a vibe. Like, God literally showed us, like, this is where y'all supposed to be. Everywhere we were networking. The people that we met, they were so nice, they were so sweet, so genuine. Like, everything was just pinpointing at this location. Like, we knew, like, okay, this is where this is where we gotta be. This is it. This is God saying, okay, come on down. We had the apartment. Like, everything literally was already figured out. So the next thing that we began to do once we came back home, of course, we like, okay, we got to start this process of moving. But there came a time where we began to start manifesting. Like, we began to imagine what our lives would be like down here, you know. So we knew that we wanted to get into our businesses. We knew that we wanted to get into just a bunch of different things, and we felt like, okay, like, now's the time we just gotta manifest this thing. And as we began to manifest, like, things just literally just started to shift and move, and just God continued to send confirmation, like, all right, like, y'all think it's a game. Once I really make this happen, don't be around here scared at the opportunity that I'm presented. So that kind of drew us more to this place, because the more we talked about it, like, y'all, I don't know, like, when you spiritual or when you talk to somebody that's literally on, like, the same wavelength as you, like, when y'all begin to manifest, like, when y'all begin to, like, just do whatever it is that y'all do, like, you literally feel like you can move a mountain just with your aura and the vibes alone. So that's how everything began to feel, and, like, everything it was just coming together. It was really just coming together. So now we're moving into April. Of course, we back from the trip now, and we gotta send off paperwork. We gotta make sure like everything is good, making sure the last month we finna be in the department, so we gotta make sure all of that is handled as well. So it just became a lot on that part, but it was definitely fun. Like I say, it was an experience. It was definitely an experience. I was not working. I had quit my job because coming down here in Orlando, it really motivated me. It really lit a fire under me to really stop playing with my potential. Like this was literally my wake up call. Like Orlando is a city of like of so much versatility, so much culture, so many like literally different people that you meet every day who are literally on it and have been on it for years and will literally tell you you need to get on it so you can be like so you can get it like everybody else. So coming down to this city with so many people who are motivating you, who are just wanting to see you grow and succeed, like it was just motivating. So I'm like, no, I gotta get myself together. So that April to me was difficult because, like I say, this is my first apartment technically. So us having to move, do all of this paperwork, and didn't have that much money. It was a lot. I was having to lean very heavily on God, and it was scary because that was the first time in my 24 years of living that I really had to do that. That I really had to trust this man, because like I literally did not know how this was going to work. There were a lot of situations that came up and we like, I don't know how this going to get done, but it got done. So that was my whole April. On top of that, I'm dealing with, I want to do this. I want to get all of these clothes. I just want to do all of these things. And for a moment, I had stopped. Everything had just stopped, and God had completely rerouted me. Not necessarily rerouted me, because the idea that he gave me was something I had wanted to do for the longest. I just never did it. But nonetheless, he gave me my mimosa making business, Roses and Chardonnay, and it was giving what it was supposed to have gave and more. You know what I'm saying? So even to this day, I'm now at the point where I can really start pouring back into it like I need to. But he literally allowed me to explore that, explore the mixing drinks and stuff like that. It was fun. Like, it was the newness that I was craving that I really didn't know I was craving until I had it. And I was like, it was just fresh. It was innovative. Like, it was something that a lot of people are doing, but they ain't doing it like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ask them, they'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? But no, it was fun. It was fresh, and I feel like it was just what I needed, especially at the time of us about to make this big change and go into this new territory. It was perfect. The end of April, by this time everything is finalized. Paperwork for the apartment is technically done. We're letting them know, okay, well, we're going to be there during a certain time of May, the beginning of May. And, you know, we just knew that it can't be a layover. We have to go like now. Like, now is the perfect time to do it again, heavily on the faith, because we was looking at each other like, we don't know how this is going to get done, but it got done. Thanks be to the Lord, okay? I ended up going back home for about a week and exploring the whole Roses and Chardonnay thing. The first week, it was fun. Like, I loved the process of getting everything ready. I loved the process of ordering everything. I loved the process of delivery. It was just something I knew that I wanted for so long, and now that I finally had it, like, it felt perfect. It really felt perfect. It genuinely felt perfect, and I craved it so much. So leaving that last week of April, I felt great. I felt good. I felt determined. I felt motivated. Like I say, everything was working out. It was just working out. So moving into May, we are finally down in Orlando. We took the drive. We did what we had to do. God also works in the mysterious ways, because before we had even left Louisiana, we both technically had jobs. Started working, everything was good. You know, it's still dealing with the faith thing, because it's like we really got too much money. But that's where my journey really began. What's the word I'm looking for? but it just basically asking for help. Like, I'm very, very, very stubborn. Like, it takes a lot for me to really have to reach out to somebody and be like, hey, can you do this for me? But I don't think it's not necessarily a pride thing, because I'm not prideful about it. I mean, if you need help, you need help. It is what it is. It was just hard for me to do that. It was hard for me to do that. And having to, like I said, call on my mother and my father, thanks be to God for them, because that's another, I don't know where I would be. I would not be here right now today if it was not for them, seriously. But having to lean on them, and them, she let me know, like, you're away from home, but we always got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, my job as a mother is never finished. My job as a father is never finished, you know. So I really appreciate them for that, because you got a lot of people who in this world, especially in the Black community, baby, once you 18, you're cut off, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So it was very refreshing, and it was a grateful. I was just grateful for it. Again, we just really working. That month, I had really got into another new thing. I had been in customer service for a long time, but now I was able to really finally branch off into hospitality. I had always wanted to work front desk. Of course, I had to get in by doing like housekeeping and stuff, which I loved housekeeping. Housekeeping was fun. Like, you can really be ducked off, put your little music in, and you can be just not bothered for the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? But that really taught me a lot. Like, God was really setting me up for success in so many different ways. Like, I look back on it, it's like he taught me a lot of stuff that I'm using today and I'm going to use in the future. You know what I'm saying? But cleaning those rooms, like, you really learn how to get it and get it fast. You really learn how to be really detailed in a very short amount of time. And I became I was one of the best. You know what I'm saying? That's honestly and truly, not trying to brag, but I'm humble. But that's my work ethic. Literally anywhere I go, they're gonna fall in love with me, my personality, because who want to always work in a negative environment? No, I'm gonna uplift y'all. We gonna dance, we gonna sing, we gonna laugh, we gonna do what we gotta do, because work is hard as hell. Especially in this pandemic, we short staffed. Like, it was so much going on. We was, like I said, we was really just working and trying to settle in. And it was getting to a point where we was like, okay, we getting into the rhythm. We was going out every now and then. It was just fun. It was new, but it was a normal. It hadn't gotten as hard as it was gonna get. We really didn't see everything else coming, but it was fun and it was fresh, and we were just happy to be here, you know. Now look, let me tell y'all about June. June came and was like, I don't know what y'all think this is. I don't know what y'all think y'all doing, but y'all don't know, man. Like, it was, oh my gosh, June was crazy. Back to the short staff situation. There was a point, and this, all my people with good work ethics, even now when I train people, or when I know people that's starting like new jobs or work coming in companies that I've been working at and stuff, I tell them always, put your foot down, because if you do not let people know what you're not gonna do, they will run over you. And that's literally what was happening to me. Like, I was literally transitioning from housekeeping to front desk. Front desk was my calming agent. You know, it was fun. It was okay. Everything was good. But when I had to start coming in at 7 o'clock in the morning, I was supposed to be getting off at 3, but no, they asking, can you stay to help them clean rooms until like 6 or 7 that night? And you having to come back in the morning and do it all over again for like 4 days straight, sometimes 6 days straight. It was, I know that's probably illegal, but for real, it was so much going on, and it was getting to the point to where I wasn't eating, because my work ethic is like, okay, I want to get it done so I can get it over with so I can leave. I want to go home. I want to just be done. It was all of that. So I wasn't eating. I was only eating. I wasn't even eating breakfast. I was not eating at all. Let's be real. I ate every time I came home, and I went straight to sleep to get ready to do it the next day. On top of that, our apartment was supposed to be ready, but somehow, some way, some social security numbers got messed up, and it was just too much. So we ended up not getting that apartment. We gotta wait for another one. The date on that wasn't until like July. So it was like, that was happening. it was so much going on, having to deal with continuously paying for this room, having to deal with continuously. It was so much, and it had got it like I was breaking down. I was literally wasting away. I would look at my body in the mirror, and literally I don't know who this person is. You look almost dead. Like, seriously, you are so thin. You are not, like, everything is just not adding up. It's just not adding up. We had a little ray of hope. At the end of that month, we were supposed to go back home, see our family. Was that a special weekend? I can't remember. It might have been, like, everything meshed together nowadays. I don't know. But we were supposed to be going home that weekend. And when I had finally, after every day talking to God, after every day begging, like, and it was crazy because I really wasn't asking God to change the situation. I was asking him to give me the strength to deal with it. Because at one point, I was asking myself, like, maybe it's me. Maybe it's something that I should be doing that could alter everything that's going on. You know, so I began to change my state of mind. I began to just look at things a different way. And when I seen that everything was still happening the same way, I'm like, okay, that's not me. So I always ask God, I said, don't necessarily move the mountain, but give me the strength to climb it. And he was like, yeah, no, you're gonna be done with it. So once I finally decided to be done with it, man, the devil and retrograde, it was, like I said, it was a lot going on. But I had gotten to literally the last day that I told myself I was working, the last day that them folks knew that I was coming back. I was not coming back after that day. Me and my cousin, we in the car. I'm excited. I'm like, dang, I'm finna get my life back. Spiritually, like, the weight has been lifted. I feel like everything is just good. We straight. We in the car to go get some Hungry Howie's pizza, bruh, and guess what happened? I got into my first car wreck.
Oh my God!
Okay. Weirdly, and this is how I know God was in control of a lot of the situations that was happening at that time. After a while, I just stopped questioning stuff, and I just started letting it happen, and I just started telling myself, I mean, at the end of the day, it's happened. There's nothing that you can do to change what happened, but you can definitely control how you react to the situation, control how you handle it. But yeah, we got into it. It was just a little phenomenon. Thank God for that. It was my gosh, it was oh man, that month itself was crazy. So we got into that little car wreck. I'm handling it very well. I'm like, at the end of the day, I know God is in control. I mean, it was just a lot. That whole process happened. That was another new thing for me because I had never went through that thing. So dealing with the insurance, dealing with rentals, it was a lot, but it was fun. Like, I wasn't gonna say fun, but it was a new experience, you know? So what can I do? I have to do this because we gotta go home this weekend. That part was taken care of, but when we get back, like, I gotta find a new job. Thankfully, again, God works in mysterious ways. I technically had a job before I quit that one. We went home that end of June, and literally that weekend was everything to me. It was literally the first time since we had been, I'll say since December that I really got the time to sit down and actually feel, like, just talk to my spirit and be like, well, what do you want? Like, what do you want to do? How can I help you? Like, how can I help us grow? That was the first time that I really sat down and did that. And that weekend was so emotional for me. That Sunday when we had to leave, oh man, yeah, it went down. It went down. I'm not the one to cry in front of a lot of people. I would rather do it in private because I'm the strong person. I'm the person who patting everybody on the back, making sure everybody else straight. Because I know that when I do what I gotta do later, I'm gonna be fine. Once I cry about it, I'm gonna be straight. But when I cried in front of everybody, like, knowing that I have to leave, like, this is the first time that I felt normal in a long time. This is the first time that I felt genuine love, genuine hope. It was so many different emotions, and that was the day. But my mama always reassured me, my father always reassured me, you're going through all of this, because God is preparing you for something that's great, something that you don't see, but you just know that it's coming. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot stay here. As much as we miss you and we know you've been like, this is not where you're meant to be anymore. You have to move on. You're there for a reason. Go on back and do what you gotta do. That was that, and that literally took us. I think that was when we came back. It was like the 25th of June. Into that last week. That last week, it was just getting back to me because, like I said, I didn't work that whole week. Well, I worked that weekend. I didn't work that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But I was back at work that weekend, and I was definitely excited because I had been praying. Like I started to feel normal again. So I'm feeling the new beginnings. I'm feeling the spiritual edification. I'm feeling all of these things. And I'm like, all right, like this is finally it. This is finally it. During July really, like, everything just hit a whole 360. The new apartment was finally ready. We had got our date, ready to move in, getting everything ready for that. I ended up having to go back home to get a new car because this is a big city and a lot of these dealerships, I don't trust them. But came back and, like I said, everything was just adding up. The new job, I love the new job. But my biggest thing that I really had to deal with in July was getting rid of a lot of different old habits. For instance, the anxiety that I had experienced at the previous hotel had kind of carried over into this one, and I had to decide for myself, like, I can't keep working like this, because it got to the point to where, like, every time I was waking up every morning knowing that I had a shift, I was not okay. Okay, I was going almost not crazy, but it was just so I was overthinking, thoughts running here and there. It was just too much going on. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get rid of that. On top of that, like I said, old habits that I'm having to get rid of, the overthinking, finally now I got control over my faith situation. Like, I feel like, okay, like, we in this thing. Like, I'm really getting it now. I'm understanding it. So that's really what July was. It was just really a month of getting to know the new me, honestly and truly, because I ain't gonna say through the course of this whole life update, I may have died spiritually like three times. And the person that I am now today, I kid you not, there was a time in July after all the work had been done. I want to say towards the end of July going into August, once we had finally settled in here at the apartment, once everything just started to make sense, once everything, it was just coming together. There was a time where I felt like I didn't know myself anymore. I felt like the personality was still the same. I felt like the character was still the same. I felt like everything was still the same, but literally as I looked into the mirror, like, I did not know this person. And it was a really good feeling, because I feel like literally that old person who I was from June all the way to, those past years, everything that I've dealt with, everything that I've overcome, like, you're not that anymore. And you know that you're not that anymore. Now you know exactly who you are, why you are where you're meant to be, and just to really just go and get it. Honestly and truly, you know what it takes. You definitely got what it takes. You know what your destiny is. Just go for it. Basically, that was July. August was lit. August so far has been lit. It has been full of realizations, full of new opportunities, full of very strong energy, very positive energy, very transformative energy. It's just, I know that this next harvest season, I'm not gonna say too much, because I'm just not gonna say too much, but it is going to literally be, it's gonna be it. But it's just for the first 2 weeks of August, it's been deep reflection. Literally every day that I've waked up. I woke up in August and stuff. It has been just recalling a lot of the things that I used to do, like the person that I used to be, and literally being able to laugh, being able to see clearly that I'm not that person anymore. Like, it is such a good feeling to witness your growth, to really know and understand why you did what you did and how you've you know what I'm saying? It's amazing. It truly is amazing, and I regret nothing. Thus far, I'm really at a place where like God has through those 2 weeks, those last 2 weeks. Even now, I'm still going through it though. But I feel like every time I relive those moments of who I used to be, I feel like that's God really asking me, like, are you truly ready for this elevation? Like, are you truly ready? Like, are you ready? Because there have been times where I've told God, I'm ready, dog. Send it on my way, and he ain't even send it. He didn't even have to send it. As soon as he went to press the button to release it, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to take a rain check on that, dog, because see what had happened was, you know. But this time, I truly feel like I'm definitely ready. I truly feel like I know as people we shouldn't feel entitled, but I truly feel like I deserve it. I truly feel like it's been long overdue. Not just because it ain't got nothing to do with God. Okay, it's personal. There have been a lot of things that I should have done that I didn't do, and it was really because I trusted myself, but I ain't really believe in myself like that. And that's just the truth. It is what it is, but I've gotten through that. I've overcome that, and this person that I sit here today is ready. You know, is willing, is definitely able, is fully equipped. You know, so I'm just ready to see what happens, because I know this is literally finna be good, and we're just gonna have to see, you know. So but thank y'all for tuning in. Definitely love all the support that I've been getting, and I'm grateful. I'm definitely grateful just to still be here, especially through everything that's going on outside this world. That in itself, okay, I applaud each and every single one of us that are still here, because this ain't easy. This ain't easy. But thank y'all, love y'all, and just stay prayed up. Just be safe. Just please be safe. Like I say, it's a lot going on, but gotta protect yourself, and at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do. So, you know, but peace, love.